Odyssey, Book 4, continued. Lines 188 to 289. Menelaus agrees with Helen that the person before him looks like Odysseus. It must be Telemachus. Pisistratus admits that his friend is Telemachus, and then Pisistratus brags about Antilochus, his own brother, who died at Troy. Menelaus answered, Now, wife, what you think I know. The true cast of his father's eye doth show in his eye's order. Both his head and hair, his hands and feet, his very father's are. Of whom so well remembered, I should now acknowledge for me his continual flow of cares and perils, yet still patient. But I should too much move him, that doth vent such bitter tears for that which hath been spoke, which shunning soft show, see how he would cloak, and with his purple weed his weepings hide. Then Nestor's son Pisistratus replied, Great pastor of the people, kept of God, he is Ulysses' son, but his abode not made before here, and he modest too, he holds it in indignity to do a deed so vain, to use the boast of words. Where your words are on wing, whose voice affords delight to us, as if a god did break the air among us, and vouchsafe to speak. But me, my father, old Duke Nestor, sent to be his consort hither, his content not to be heightened so as with your sight, in hope that therewith words and actions might inform his comforts from you, since he is extremely grieved and injured by the miss of his great father, suffering even at home, and few friends found to help him overcome his too weak sufferance, now his sire is gone. Amongst the people not afforded one to check the miseries that made him thus. And this the state is of Telemachus. O God, said he, how certain, now I see my house enjoys that friend's son, that for me hath undergone so many willing fights, whom I resolved past all the Grecian knights to hold in love, if our return by seas the far-off thunderer did ever please to grant our wishes, and to his respect a palace and a city to erect, my vow had bound me, whither bringing then his riches and his son and all his men from barren Ithaca, some one sole town inhabited about him battered down, all should in Argos live, and there would I ease him of rule, and take the empery of all on me. And often here would we, delighting, loving either's company, meet and converse, whom nothing should divide, till death's black veil did each all overhide. But this perhaps hath been a mean to take even God himself with envy, who did make Ulysses therefore only the unblessed, that should not reach his loved country's rest. These woes made every one with woe in love. Even Argive Helen wept, the seed of Jove. Ulysses' son wept, Atreus' son did weep, and Nestor's son his eyes in tears did steep. But his tears fell not from the present cloud that from Ulysses was exhaled, but flowed from brave Antilochus' remembered dew, whom the renowned son of the morning slew, which yet he thus excused. O Atreus' son, old Nestor says, there lives not such a one amongst all mortals as Atrides is for deathless wisdom. 'Tis a praise of his, still given in your remembrance, when at home our speech concerns you. Since then overcome you please to be with sorrow, even to tears, that are in wisdom so exempt from peers, vouchsafe the like effect in me excuse. If it be lawful, I affect no use of tears thus after meals, at least at night. But when the morn brings forth with tears her light, it shall not then impair me to bestow my tears on any worthy's overflow. It is the only right that wretched men can do dead friends, to cut hair and complain. But death my brother took, whom none could call the Grecian coward, you best knew of all. I was not there nor saw, but men report Antilochus excelled the common sword for footmanship, or for the chariot race, or in the fight for hardy hold of place. O friend, said he, since thou hast spoken so, at all parts as one wise should say and do, and like one far beyond thyself in years, thy words shall bounds be to our former tears. O he is questionless a right-born son, that of his father hath not only one, the person, but the wisdom, and that sire complete himself, that hath a son entire. Jove did not only his full fate adorn when he was wedded, but when he was born. And now Saturnius, though his life's whole date, hath Nestor's bliss raised as to as steep a state, both in his age to keep in peace his house, and to have children wise and valorous. But let us not forget our real feast thus. Let some give water here. Telemachus, the morning shall yield time to you and me to do what fits, and reason mutually.